I'm back again to talk about American domestic politics. I got to show you some short skits of the insane hypocrisy of the right. Okay, I got to show you some. I got a few to show you guys that are quite laughable. Whether it's about Kristi Noem and her cross-dressing husband, puppy killer Kristi Noem. These people are hypocrites, especially when it comes to judging people about their sex life. Like, please save the BS for somebody who's going to listen and believe it, because these people are living double lives. Okay, they're just. It's like they reflect the hatred of themselves and they judge other people. Like they want to hide their fetishes from the public and convince people they're not what they are, and judge other people in the process. Another example is the people that were anti-Trump 5 years ago are now, before they sold their soul to the Trump train, which I want to remind you, half of Trump's cabinet was not for Donald Trump 5 years ago, 6 years ago. They just were not. They were on TV blasting Trump nonstop. So if you guys think it was just a liberal thing, some of these people are Republicans now that are working for this guy, that are now, some of them actually are resigned and already got fired. So you're going to see names like very familiar, like obviously Tulsi Gabbard came up several times, Pete Hegseth, Lindsey Graham at one point, Marco Rubio. Does this all sound familiar to you guys? And is it J.D. Vance, the vice president? Now they're all working for the devil incarnate. We got Lindsey Graham pushing Trump to go to World War III, pushing the war with Iran. Which, by all means, Lindsey Graham, just keep going out there talking about how much you love war, because I'm sure the voters of your own state are appreciating that. I wouldn't be surprised there's a surprising upstate in his own state, because people don't like forever wars. I don't care what their ideology is. He's going to anger a lot of independents in his own state, because this is more than a partisan issue going on right now. By the result of these choices, everybody in this country is hurting. It's not just Democrats, okay? FYI. It's independents who are actually deciding factors in elections. It's also Republicans, okay? Everybody suffers at the fate of the choices of our government. It does not matter what your ideology is. Okay. We are witnessing right now the awakening of the populist. We're seeing the rise of class solidarity in this country. People are finally starting to see the problem in this country. It's the mad corruption and hypocrisy of these elites that are running our system to the ground for their own gain. All right. People are waking up to this. And they know the majority of the people that are causing it. It's obvious majority of people on the right. All right. But it's also just the establishment who thinks that the status quo is working for everybody. And I told people this neoliberal experiment and the neoconservative experiment was going to lead to the government we have right now, because people are desperate. People are going to vote for change, regardless of what direction that wind blows. And now the pendulum's going to swing again. But now it's going to swing to the left of the moderate left and center left, because, again, people want a different type of energy now. You're starting to see that. But I'm going to show you a couple clips, because here's the thing. Hypocrisy catches up with you. It doesn't catch up with you. People may not see it right away. People may go into their tribal bubbles. People may go vote for who they want to vote for based on their ideology or based on the energy or vibe of the moment. But people eventually see the BS. They see through it. All right. Especially when people are hurting. When people are hurting, they see with more moral clarity. They start seeing the real problem, because their circumstances and their quality of life is getting worse. And they're going to look to the people in charge, and they're going to see that they're making decisions that are making their life worse. That's just reality. Okay? It's just... But I gotta show you guys a couple of these clips that are just... It's ironic. It's ironic. But I gotta show you this, guys. It's laughable.
There's no way we are going to allow a con artist to take over the conservative movement, and Donald Trump is a con artist. It's typical Trump. All bluster, very little substance.
For you to think that you can pimp out our proud servicemen and women to the Prince of Saudi Arabia is disgraceful, and it once again shows that you are unfit to serve as our commander-in-chief.
Trump is a really bad candidate, and frankly, I think a really bad person.
I want to talk to the Trump supporters for a minute. I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you like this guy.
Well, I think the problem is, number one, he's a bully. And, you know, I don't like bullies.
This is what happens when a leading presidential candidate goes around feeding into a narrative of anger and bitterness and frustration.
This is a guy who said that John McCain is not a war hero, yet he sought his own 5 military deferments.
There's nothing in our Constitution that gives you the power to go to war without the express consent of Congress.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
We're about to turn over the conservative movement to a person that has no ideas of any substance on the important issues, the nuclear codes of the United States, to an erratic individual.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
The military's not even going to follow his orders.
The military's not going to follow illegal orders. And so the Trump campaign was forced to change their position and say, we're going to try to change the law so that the military can operate within the law. That's a tall order also.
I think he's a kook. I think he's crazy. I think he's unfit for office.
We may not have that many outright Nazis in America, but we have plenty of cowards and bootlickers. And once those fleshy dominoes start tumbling into the Trump camp, the game is up.
Here's the problem with Trump. He says, go ahead and kill the families. Go ahead and torture. Go ahead and go further than waterboarding. What happens when people follow those orders or don't follow them? It's not clear that Donald Trump will have their back. Donald Trump is oftentimes about Donald Trump.
At the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump, who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape?
He doesn't represent my party. He doesn't represent the values that the men and women who wear the uniform are fighting for.
This is a man who in rallies has told his supporters to basically beat up the people who are in the crowd and he'll pay their legal fees.
There is definitely an element of Donald Trump's support that has its basis in racism or xenophobia.
We want a top-tier presidential candidate getting all of their military advice from watching Meet the Press.
Fellow service members and I, we are not your prostitutes. You are not our pimp.
Can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place.
No matter what happens in this election, for years to come, there are many people on the right, in the media, and voters at large that are going to be having to explain and justify how they fell into this trap of supporting Donald Trump. There's no way we're going to allow a con.
The evidence speaks for itself, doesn't it? The irony. Now what are these people saying today as this guy's destroying our government with these sociopathic decisions? They got nothing to say. Matter of fact, they sold their soul to him. They worked for this guy. They enabled the government that they brought us right now. All these people. So, what do their opinions mean today? It shows that they had no principles. They were just a bunch of grifters jumping on a political opportunist move. That's obvious. But I'll remind you that the last one, there was at Tulsi. Where's she at now? She was about to get fired from the Trump administration. She resigned before she got fired. She's no longer working for Trump. She has nothing to say. She went towards the exit gate. Bye. And all these other people are just making a fool out of themselves right now. RFK, Marco Rubio, all these people, Lindsey Graham. Like, they've effectively tarnished their legacy and they go down the history books as the people that tried to destroy our country on behalf of a dictatorship. Anyways, y'all, I just want to say you have a great day. Lovely night. It's a beautiful night out here in Las Vegas. Love y'all. Goodbye.